Hey, look, it's Spring Stadium Zone, Act 1. I am Steven, and with me I have Chris, Stefan, David, and Goldstorm07. I don't know his real name.
Nobody does.
None of you ever asked me.
Now just edit that into the first part. Will be Goldstorm.
Hey.
Oh. I didn't intend that. His name's Goldstorm. That's just how it works.
Is your real name Tabitha?
It could be. I'll have to check.
Put that 2 on that. So
enough.
Shadow, 1 week old.
Oh, right.
Weird, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, because because he was created, and then like 1 week later is when he gets cryonically frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically, like after all the events of the games, he's probably like 1 year old by now.
Yeah, Eugene Robotnik's like, yeah, it's been, and then he hits the button in the ceiling.
God. This conversation happened 3 to 4 days ago based on when this was uploaded. What is happening?
Oh.
Yeah, Shadow's 1 week old.
Well, I mean, we've been talking nonstop for the last 3 days. I don't know where you went.
Right.
If your video ended and you went and did something else, that's on you, faithful viewer. What the fuck?
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, so Shadow existed for a week. Then Maria got shot in the back.
As you do.
Then Shadow was frozen for 50 years. And then...
Also, as you do.
Right, so then he was awake for 3 days? And then he died again. And then he... Yeah?
Can I put a pin in that for a second?
No.
So Shadow was alive for only a
Yes.
week, but he knows the entire English language. So
Yes.
So did what's Robotnik's name in that?
Professor
Gerald. Okay, Gerald. Did Alfred Robotnik just shove an encyclopedia into his brain like the intro of Rocco's Modern Life?
That's a great question.
He just had Baby Mozart on while he was in a containment tube.
That was a neat little spin.
Yeah.
Black Doom's blood gave him language.
I'm gonna take you to the special stage.
I just remember David and I were up way too late a long time ago talking about specific things for specific reasons that have specific purposes. And I remember asking the exact same question to David. I was like, wait, 1 week? How do you learn English in 1 week? Wait, what? Whoa, wait a second here.
It is a little...
It makes no sense.
Well, it must be that Gerald was like, oh, I have genetically engineered Shadow. And so I have genetically engineered his knowledge of the English language.
No.
But
Well, also to be fair, that's something that you see in fiction all the time. Is just something that either something's created or someone's born or someone has the ability to speak and they suddenly just know the entire language. It's like that. I wouldn't say that's inherently a problem of Shadow.
I gotta stop you right there, buddy. In this game, the lizard gets the space station up its butt, so I gotta take this serious, okay?
that's right.
The other option that no one's considered is that he's telepathic, but he just keeps moving his lips so no one notices.
So it's literally just Mewtwo.
Wait.
Mewtwo. Shadow stole. I said this already before on Twitter, and I keep saying it before, and I'll say it again. Sega just literally stole Mewtwo's origin for Shadow and got away with it.
Oh.
You see, in Japan, there's a little bit in front of SA2 that explains how he met Maria, so it works out.
Maria. Oh.
Yeah, but Mewtwo didn't invent it either. Japan is obsessed with amnesia. I feel like every single anime ever has at least one character who's like, I'm the amnesia character.
It's not the amnesia. It's a being, a super ultimate life form being created to find a cure for a dying little girl who the little girl's death is then,
every anime has that.
and then the little girl's death is used as the character's motivation to basically go evil and destroy the world.
Oh. Is that in red or blue? I forget.
Yeah, hold on.
I love the idea that it's only in one.
Yeah, let me go look this up on TV Tropes.
No, that's in Azumanga Daioh.
Azumanga.
That's in Nichijou.
Knuckles, you should...
That's in all of them.
Knuckles, why are you here?
Well...
In the mustard ketchup zone.
I guess he was bored. Okay, so if this takes place after Chaotix, so we've established that Knuckles will...
Why?
What?
No, we haven't.
What?
You established this in your headcanon.
No one said anything.
This doesn't happen before or after Chaotix.
What do you mean? Sure it does.
Why not, Steven?
It has to occur before or after something.
It doesn't happen before or after anything. They're not connected.
No, this is what's
When's it happen?
This is happening alongside Chaotix.
It
while
doesn't
Knuckles is taking a
happen.
break.
It happens alongside.
David, what does the manual say for this game?
David,
the
manual
It says
time.
after the events of Sonic Knuckles on the 32X.
And on page 4, it's like, yo, don't take this shit too serious. It's just a dumb game.
it is. No, I mean, no, it's not dumb.
And then in parentheses, it's like, but if it were to take place somewhere.
Well,
Right.
I guess the thing about like this game is, I mean, it was developed in the UK, so there is this thing where it's not like, oh, the Sonic team, you know, they're from Japan, they speak Japanese, the Japanese story is what they wrote, and then some randos at Sega of America went, hey, guess what? Like it. I guess it just sort of fit into that. I don't think the story is that different between the two, to be honest.
It also explains why all the bad eggs have giant googly eyes.
Oh.
Every video game made in Britain has to have googly eyes for some reason.
Yeah,
Related to the development, there's something I was wondering, because like, no, obviously that that the Saturn version of this game was made because they couldn't get Extreme out. So I was wondering, because I never looked into it, was 3D Blast always meant to like be made and was always going to come out in the Genesis, even if Extreme was made, or was 3D Blast in general made as a last ditch effort to get something out after they didn't finish Extreme?
I don't think there's any way that they released the Genesis version as an afterthought.
No.
Because look at this game. It looks amazing for a Genesis title. This had to have been the thing that they were doing. And I believe that the Saturn version was because Extreme
Yeah.
wasn't coming out.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, the Genesis version was the last hurrah for Sonic on the console. The Saturn version was filler because they tried like 3 different times to make an actual game, but they couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
They needed to plug a release schedule, so they're like, hey, someone can get this shit to work, I guess. I don't know.
They realized, maybe it's a little bit harder to make Sonic in 3D than we thought, but they didn't bother to figure that part out. Oh man, because Sonic Extreme's a crazy story. Meanwhile, John Burton's just sitting there going, one day I'll become a millionaire because I'll make Lego games. But until then...
And then Sonic was in Lego Dimensions, and then it all came full circle.
Well, I mean, Lego Dimensions is like a weird game, but it's like he didn't lose. I mean, like they didn't lose a lot. I mean, they're still making Lego games, and he's still making a shitload of money, even though he's like I don't think he's really active He's not really an active part of Traveler's Tales anymore. He's just more so like a behind the scenes guy who gets money.
Yeah, which is probably why there wasn't a lot of Traveler's Tales Sonic stuff in Sonic Dimensions.
But also, to be fair, Sonic probably has he has one of the most like extensive DLC packs in Lego Dimensions than like of all of them. So
He does. It's just sort of a missed
definitely
opportunity
put-
because the company itself worked with Sonic.
It is strange, because like that Lego pack ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, right? Like there's room for more Lego Sonic, but I guess that'll never happen. It's over. It's done. Lego Dimensions is canceled.
Just look forward to the next Sonic Team story. It'll fill that void for you in all the fun and imaginative ways.
Yeah, when the next Sonic game comes out in like 2027 at this point.
Yeah.
Sonic Dimensions 2, Sonic 4 Episode 3,
Sonic Rift.
Oh, right.
All of the missing threads.
Sonic Rift is a high quality Sonic rumor.
It's one that pops up every 4 months, and by God, every time it's great.
Right.
I don't know about you lads, I'm still waiting on Sonic Crackers.
Goldstorm number 7, what is your opinion on Sonic Rift?
What?
Exactly. That's the correct response. Good job.
I like the wall of spikes in this bit.
And I like
Spikes
the
Wall Man.
It's the only wall of spikes.
and I like the curved 4 leading into it.
Yeah. Oh man. See, if you were playing the Saturn version, you would be hearing a very goofy song right now.
This is also a very goofy song.
Not as goofy as the Saturn version.
I'll take your word for it.
I like the Saturn soundtrack, but yeah, I don't care for Spring Stadium in that one.
I feel like that's a good segue to bring up. Which versions of the game do each of you guys have the most experience with? Chris, I think you mentioned you were the PC guy.
Correct.
Yeah, I played the Mega Collection. I played the version on Mega Collection Plus.
This one.
Okay.
So Stefan did this one, I did this one. Chris did PC.
Right.
David T. Lurker, what did you do?
Well, I had both the Genesis and the Saturn versions.
Wow.
That's right. Well, because I got the Genesis version first. It came out. I was like, I need the next Sonic game. Please, mother, buy it for me now. And she was like, fine, and threw it at me.
She's like, this better not become a lifelong thing.
She threw both copies at you?
No. So I got the first one, I guess, when it came out in October. Even though, like, that's in between birthday and Christmas. I must have just been super annoying about it. and then for Christmas, well, that's how I got Sonic and Knuckles, because I joked that she threw 3D Blast at me, but she actually did throw Sonic and Knuckles at me. I have a very distinct memory.
Is this becoming therapy?
Where I'm sitting in the backseat of my mother's car, and it's like I got Sonic 3, and I'm like, oh man, but my mother felt weird about getting another Genesis game so quickly, So I'm sitting in the back seat, and I'm like, oh man, I really want Sonic and Knuckles, and she went, fine, and she threw a brown paper bag at me, and inside of the brown paper bag was a copy of Sonic and Knuckles. She gave it to me.
Mom, that's not how the lock-on works.
It was very, very passive-aggressive.
But
Yes.
she said it was passive aggressive, and she said fine, but she had already purchased it.
Well, I think it was because I kept on talking about it, and I was still talking about it. It was a never-ending talk, you see, because it was Sonic.
What is happening?
Like, because I remember she threw it at me, so she bought it, but I don't remember, like, I didn't go to the store with her and get it. I think I did get Sonic 3 in person. I got it at Blockbuster Video, and I remember I got it, and then I beat it, and then my save files completely erased, and I was very upset. I don't know why that happened, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
But yes, Sonic and Knuckles was a passive-aggressive gift. But in Christmas of '96, I remember, because I was trying to figure out, my mother was...
I'm figuring out your mother, too.
Yes. Well, because one of the things was, like, I didn't think my mother would buy me a Sega Saturn because it was expensive. So I was trying to position, like, oh, maybe I can get a Sega CD. Those still exist, I think, because I didn't have Sonic CD at that point. But she did get me a Saturn, Christmas of '96, and she also bought 3D Blast, even though I already had 3D Blast, but I was okay with that because it was still Sonic. And it also came with the 3 free game pack, the Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Cop, Daytona USA. So I had 4 games instead of 1.
Those are good
Yeah,
games.
those are good games. Because she didn't know they came with free games. So she grabbed the Saturn and she grabbed 3D Blast, and they were like, oh, here's 3 free games. And she's like, oh, I guess I didn't have to buy you 3D Blast, but it was too late. She apparently didn't know what a return policy was.
And you were there shooting dudes in Virtual Cop like, man, the next Sonic game's gonna look real good. Can't wait.
That's right. I was waiting for Extreme. I was like, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. I swear. Why would they lie to me?
So nothing has changed.
That's right. I'm still waiting.
Did you read about Extreme, like, in a magazine or something?
I had to have. Like, I was aware of the fact that Sonic Extreme was a thing in '96.
When I was a kid, I never knew what was coming out. I just waited to walk into the store and see what was there.
Well, whenever Sonic was on the cover of a video game magazine, I would be like, "Excuse me, mother. I don't think you realize this, but Sonic the Hedgehog's on the cover of this magazine. I feel like you should purchase it."
My idol requires our money, mother.
Yeah.
Well, because I was reading Archie at the time, there must have been mentions of, like, Sonic Extreme is coming, guys. So, like, I was aware of it on a certain level.
There was also the novel. There was also the Sonic Extreme novel,
right, which I did not know existed at the time. So I wouldn't.
And do you still have a copy of 3D Blast on Saturn?
Yeah, I still have the copy I got as a child.
Yeah, because I know that and Jam are, like, super expensive. Like, if you want to try, like, every time I go to conventions, I'll, like, check them out and, like, see if I can find one of those 2 games, and they're always, like, stupid. Like, they're so much money. And I'm like, damn, because I want to get it just for collector's sake, even though I don't have a Saturn. But it's like, there's so much.
At one point, I had 2 copies, and I just sort of I did a trade where I got I gave the second copy and got an issue. I got issue 18 of Archie. The friend, his name's Bartman, and I was like, we'll do this. We traded at the 25th anniversary party, and I was like, here you go. Here's the game, and there's a comic, and I think that was a little bit before it became $12,000. So,
what a party it was!
Huh?
Huh?
$12,000?
Yeah,
it's not really $12,000. I am exaggerating.
Oh, okay. And I took it literally.
And there was the ice mechanic that was in Mania.
And there's Bunny Rabbit.
Bunny Rabbit.
That makes me feel better about finding the Saturn version for like $10.
That's right. But yeah, no, I mean, so I had both, but I preferred the Saturn version, I guess, because one, it looked better, because it, like, all the tiles are redrawn. There's a lot more detail in all of this, and I could actually listen to the soundtrack on a CD player. Can't plug a Genesis card into a CD player.
Well, you never did it right.
There was a Genesis that had a CD player in it, wasn't there?
Well, I mean,
Oh, Sega CD.
yeah. Well,
No, there was a Sega Genesis or Mega Drive that actually like had a CD player in it.
I mean, well, there was the CDX, which was a combo Genesis 32 or Genesis CD player, which you could be like, oh yeah, here we go.
That might have been it, yeah.
But I mean, there were some like Japanese, like random Japanese game consoles that were like, or versions of the Genesis where it's like, hey, there was a CD drive attached to it because it's also a computer. Have fun, but.
Yeah. I think I saw this on Game Center ZX, so it was probably just something that never left Japan.
Right. So yeah, it would. That would probably be the CDX, which said in the instruction manual, "Do not connect a 32X to this," but you could.
It'll explode.
Don't do it.
I think it's because like it hadn't been FCC tested, so they're like, it should be fine, but we have to protect ourselves legally in case you do plug it in and you explode. All of you, like the entire body explodes.
The entire neighborhood goes away.
That's right.
No, instead the system swears at you. This is a naughty word.
Right. I mean, I wanted a CDX, but also it was pointless because I had a Genesis and I could just get a... Well, I didn't get a Sega CD until I was a teenager. I was 16 years old. My mother bought it on eBay with a 32X in box, very cheap. Not like today, where you have to mortgage your house if you want to get a 32X in box.
Thanks, AVGN.
Yeah, thanks, guy.
Oh man,
It really ruined everything.
they were. I was looking at a Funkoland sheet for Saturn games the other day, like from '97 or '98, where it's like, yeah, every Saturn game's like $6, and I'm like, oh, now it's $600.
If you come in the door, we'll give you a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga. We can't get rid of this shit.
Well, that one was like $30-some because it was multiple discs. Yeah,
That's still
I know.
good.
Isn't that painful? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And even then, it was like one of the only 5 Saturn games that left Japan.
Time for time travel. Time travel just to get expensive old used games.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a quick eBay search on that one just to see where that's at these days.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god.
I thought it was like 1,000. I thought Panzer Dragoon was like 1,000 last time I saw.
The remake should have affected the price at least somewhat, right?
It would have made the price go up because more people were like, wait, there's an RPG? Yeah, it's 1,000 now?
Oh.
Great.
Oh.
That's right, because they only remade the first game, which is definitely...
Yeah, they only
Right.
the original, and even then there's like enough differences that would make I assume would make that original Panzer Dragoon still be right.
Desirable.
Yeah, I know I had gotten a Metroid Prime trilogy right before that got discontinued, so that went up like in price. Then it got put on the Wii U, so that price went down a bit, and then after the Wii U died, now that price is back up again.
Good.
So I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
To some of us, the Wii U is still alive, sir.
Same. I still cherish my Wii U.
Wii U gang.
That's how I can play my Earthbound and Mother game.
Oh. Well, there's a Super Nintendo.
No.
Sega Genesis.
No.
16 motherfucking goddamn bits.
That's right. 16 bits of pure 16-bit power.
Yeah.
What the hell plays Mother 2 in a Genesis?
Me.
You could port it
Yeah.
a little bit.
That snow looks kind of gross. I'll say it.
Yeah, rivers don't have snow in them.
Oh,
Just pointing that out.
Don't go that fast. You're messing with my eyes.
are you sure? Have you ever been to like Alaska?
They pay you to live there, you know?
That's right. I learned that in the Simpsons movie.
Every time it snows over here, I look outside. I'm always like, this reminds me of Alaska. Real life looks like the Hedgehog engine.
Stefan, it's just like the people who listen to jazz and are like, this is just like Persona 5.
This is like Persona 5.
Oh man, there's some good snow.
Yeah.
For some reason, looking at that snow of all things reminded me that, oh yeah, this isn't even the first isometric Sonic game, Sega Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's right. That would
yeah.
technically.
yeah.
This isn't even the second isometric Sonic game.
That's right. Labyrinth came out before this, and Sega Sonic came out before that.
Oh.
Sonic Labyrinth is
Ooh.
that's a modern classic, I think.
Yeah, what he said.
Modern and classic are two different Sonics.
No.
You know what snow's not made out of? Diamonds.
'Cause you're a diamond in the sky.
I like how if you're close enough, it just drops in like pre-exploding mode.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like that's my favorite bit about this boss is when you're close.
Isn't this just the Metropolis Zone boss again?
A drop.
Well,
But with snowmen.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, kinda, yeah.
a little bit.
Sort of.
kinda.
I feel like these bosses, like the Eggman bosses in this game, are probably the most forgettable of any Sonic game.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Eggman was busy also having bosses in Knuckles Chaotix at the exact same time as this, so he didn't have as much time to be creative.
Right.
No. Knuckles Chaotix has to take place before this game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he was just tired. He didn't get any sleep.
No. If you go to my 27-part Twitter thread, you'll see exactly the timeline. That I haven't actually made a 20.
I want to corner Ian Flynn at some point because he has made a timeline of all of the Sonic games that he had used for the reboot comics. I'm like, I want to know what that timeline is.
I bet it's wrong.
Yeah, because he had a Tails Sky Patrol happen at the exact same time. Well, immediately after Sonic 2 on the Master System.
Well, he also, because in the comics, he had CD take place between 2 and 3, which is very wrong. Very wrong. But we'll get into that later, right?
Yes.
No. End.